Earth is Ghetto, Monday opening. What's up, beautiful disasters? It's Monday, October 20th, 2025. Welcome back to Earth is Ghetto, where the rent is high, the Wi-Fi is low, and somehow we're all still paying for both. Before we talk about the state of the planet, let's talk about the state of the NFL, because apparently, chaos isn't just for humans anymore. Sunday's NFL foolishness recap. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't just beat the Raiders, they put them on a spiritual fast. 31-0, 95 total yards. That's not football, that's community service. The Cleveland Browns embarrassed the Dolphins 31-6. Rookie Quinshon Judkins ran through Miami's defense like they were politely escorting him to the end zone. The Broncos beat the Giants 33-32 after blowing a lead, fixing it, and then winning purely out of spite. The Giants kicker missed so many kicks he's probably in witness protection now. The Eagles handled the Vikings 28-22, with Jalen Hurts reminding everyone that he is, in fact, the assignment. Colts over Chargers 38-24, because apparently defense is just a suggestion in Los Angeles. 49ers took down the Falcons 20-10, which feels less like a game and more like a polite mugging. And the Packers snuck past the Cardinals 27-23. Nobody knows how, but we'll allow it. That's your Sunday wrap-up. Touchdowns, trauma, and several coaches reconsidering their life choices. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled Planet Meltdown.
What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. I think I'm going to actually win my fantasy football game this week. Holla. How was y'all weekend? Mine was good. I actually left the house this weekend and ate hibachi with my husband. My husband's like obsessed with the noodles at those little Japanese hibachi places. But did that, got some snacks, rented him that movie. I'm so glad I didn't go to the movies instead. But we rented it. It was just Jordan Peele. He's got to do better. I don't know what happened, or he just needed to pay some bills. But that movie was no. Other than that, y'all, I had just a really chill weekend. It's finally getting chilly in the air. My favorite time of year is really upon us. I watched a lot of shows and movies this weekend. Nothing stood out to me to where I'm like, you guys should watch that. Task is good on HBO Max. If you watch that, that's good. But other than that, that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm gonna hop right into this news. The squirrel has some spicy food. And I guess this ain't AI, because you know most of these videos be AI. Secret Service investigating a possible sniper's nest with sightline to Trump Air Force One arrival near Palm Street Beach Airport. The stolen treasures, a crown in the gutter, and a serious questions for the Levier security in Paris that got robbed. President Gustavo Petro of Colombia accused the U.S. of unaliving an innocent fisherman in a boat attack. President Trump said he would slash aid in response. So this Airjet 747-400 has skidded off the runway, after landing in Hong Kong airport. And the aircraft struck a ground service vehicle, shearing off one of its wheels before coming to the rest with his nose over the seawall. 4 crew members on board have escaped unhurt, but 2 ground staff inside the ground vehicle remain missing. That's crazy. And yeah, 2 people were unalived in that. This dude was hanging out with this baby. What is this, a lion? Tiger? Lion? But everybody's like, he handled that well. No. Why even hang out with that dude? That dude ain't ready to be pet. Deep in our outer space, astronomers have discovered another odd radio circle. And so the thieves saw through a window in the Gilded Gallery in the Louvre Museum. My husband said that's not how you say it, but I like saying it like that. This guy is giving a praise break to this monster. Is she saved? I don't know. This music, I gotta cut it off before they strike me. But this guy says 24 years after pulling parasites out of people's stomach, he's saying, what is he saying? Eat more vegetables and beans. So Brazil supposedly dropped receipts of nearly 900 UFO cases. At least 3 people were injured in a pew-pewing outside of a residential hall at Oklahoma State University. Germany has become the world leader in consumption of alcohol-free beer by volume. They love that alcohol-free beer over there, huh? An elderly husband, 92, fatally pews his 93-year-old wife at their senior care home apart an apparent murder unalivement. It's sad, but he was like, it's time to get up out of here. I 92, 93, he said it's time to go, honey. Allegedly. Human female remains that have been found in a shallow grave at a school is believed to be that of 23-year-old Kata Scott, a Philadelphia woman who has been missing for 2 weeks. Very sad. She had this creepy dude like looking at her window. She had reported him, and supposedly, allegedly, he had something to do with that, but very sad. Paleontologists may discover when plant-eating dinosaurs evolved with their long necks after a new species was found in Argentina. Officials in Maryland suburbs of Washington, D.C. say 11 people, including an infant and 8 other young people, have been seriously hurt after a car crashed into a tent. Tyler Perry has responded to the assault claims levied against him by Derek Dixon and is claiming that the actor needs help. Tyler said he ain't paying up. He ain't paying up. Department of Justice has brought charges against the voting machine company Smartmatic, accusing it of bribing an official in the Philippines to win contractors. Young Michelle Obama at Princeton University in the 80s. She had her little braids in. This girl almost caused a wreck trying to put a hoodie on. People like this, like if you cause a wreck doing something dumb like this and you film yourself, I want you to get your license suspended. For real, because this is really stupid.
Yeah, motherfucker! Fuck you! God damn this fucking hellhole. I hate this fucking house. I hate everything about this fucking place. God damn it, motherfucker! God damn son of a bitch! Motherfucking goddamn air fucking goddamn Titan, motherfucker!
Get me a fucking 13mm socket.
Which one's that?
The fucking one that says 13mm on the fucking side. No, I didn't fucking use anything. I used my fucking hands and I just fucking turned into fucking boat like fucking Hercules.
Fucking goddamn motor fucking shit should just go right fucking in her. Not for Steve Talent. Fucking nothing that fucking works for me.
That's it.
The fuck is wrong with you? You hurt me!
Yeah.
Idiot!
What'd you do? Last night I told you I needed to go to Home Depot and get me 20 bags of fucking salt.
Uh-huh.
Yaha! Yaha!
Justin, man!
I gotta sneeze.
Fuck!
Of course. What's my fucking pet's name? I'll tell you my fucking pet's name.
Turn the fucking thing off, Justin.
Listen, he a Cowboys fan. That's acceptable. Look, my husband is like this when he can't. Like, this is. I have plenty of footage of him. 2 United Airlines aircraft collided on the ground in Chicago O'Hare. These airlines going through it. Texas man was arrested and charged for allegedly using TikTok to solicit others to unalive immigration and pretty much ICE officials. This aircraft in China was forced to take an emergency landing in Shanghai after a lithium battery in a passenger's overhead bag caught fire. That's what they asked y'all. Do you have any lithium batteries? Remember that next time. The Orionids, one of the two major meteor showers caused by remnants of Halley's Comet, will peak with the new arrival of the new moon, providing an excellent opportunity to see shooting stars without interference from moonlight. Nearly 7 million people turned out for the No Kings demonstration nationwide, organizers said, in protest of the Trump administration call for defense on First Amendment rights. Limp Bizkit's bassist Sam Rivers passes away at 48. A squirrel is eating a frog in broad daylight. Squirrels is turning different now. I don't know what's going on, but beware. Rutgers University fraternity was ordered by the school to cease operations after a student was critically injured in an incident that is being investigated to determine whether hazing was involved. United Airlines 736 MAX pilot injured after the windshield cracked at 36,000 feet while flying from Denver to Los Angeles. Dang. Cardi B officially inks a new $55 million deal with Louis Vuitton. They say it's no official confirmation. Debbie Allen got her own Barbie doll. If I collected dolls, I would get this doll because this looks so cool. And I love me some Debbie Allen, but I don't collect dolls. Too scary. Researchers have unearthed near Lake Turkana in northern Kenya fossils of hand and foot bones belonging to an extinct human relative dating 1.52 million years ago, revealing that this species would have been able to grasp and manipulate objects such as stone, tools, and more. Divorced Americans might not have to worry about being alone. Chances are remarriages in their future. On January 19, 1981, heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali was so upset when he learned that a Vietnam veteran was going to unalive himself near his house that he rushed to the scene just 4 minutes later and personally saved the man. Imagine being saved by Muhammad Ali. Customers of the athletic shoe company On have filed a class action lawsuit alleging that some of the brand's sneakers squeak when they walk. Those are the worst kind of sneakers. A Pew Pew man opened fire at a home in Mabank, Texas, nearly Friday morning, unaliving 3 people and injuring 2 others before driving into a Buc-ee's in Ennis, where he struck a pedestrian and then unalived himself. California is suing 3 plastic bag manufacturers that officials say are violating state law by providing bags billed as recyclable when they are in fact not. That's what's going on in California. They going around like, are these bags recyclable? Exposure to lead by ancient humans could have given modern humans a survival advantage over other species, more specifically their ability to better resist lead's harmful effects. I would think so. The Dodgers are headed back to the World Series. A volcano in southern Iran, thought to have been extinct for 710,000 years, has stirred. Experts say the Trump administration deal to increase access to IVF by reducing fertility medication costs could be a game changer for women and families. Aaron Pipers has been arrested outside of a courtroom where him and Denise Richards were facing off for their divorce. Allegedly, he beat her up. She had like a picture of her with a black eye and stuff, but yeah, they was going through it. The Mpox strain that may be more severe appears to spread locally in the U.S. for the first time. President Trump commuted the sentence of George Santos. Governor J.B. Pritzker won $1.4 million playing blackjack in Vegas. A tough as nails 80-year-old New Jersey grandmother became the oldest woman ever to finish the grueling Ironman World Championship over the weekend. Violence between Hamas gangs flares in Gaza, calling disarmament into question. California State Senator Scott Wiener is expected to run for U.S. House seat held by Nancy Pelosi. President Trump refiled his $15 billion defamation lawsuit against the New York Times after it got thrown out. So this viral trend of this AI homeless man that people have been having in their house, the police are saying that there's safety concerns and it's stupid and dangerous. 1 in 3 Gen Z singles are dating for the free meal. I know that's right. Southern California inmate who unalived a man burned his eyes with cigarettes and then painted "Catch Me If You Can" on the wall with the victim's blood more than 20 years ago has been scheduled to be executed next month. At least 7 people have passed away since April, the start of the government calendar year, and around 100 people have also been injured in bear attacks. Alaska earthquake strike days after the typhoon. They going through it down there in Alaska. The polycystic ovarian syndrome affects, which is PCOS, about 1 out of every 10 women of reproductive age worldwide, yet it's often underfunded and under the radar, making it common for women to suffer major discomfort before learning they have the condition. President Trump says he commuted the sentence. We already just read that. No EBT in November. SNAP benefits could be cut off for 42 million Americans, which is crazy right before Thanksgiving. 3 people are unalived over a small plane crash in Bath Township, Michigan on Thursday evening. A U.S. tourist unalived and injured in a knife attack in Portugal. New York's Republican State Committee on Friday suspended Young Republican organization following the release of a group chat that included jokes about assault, flippant commentary on gas chambers, and other racist things. A man who was convicted of unaliving 4 members of a Phoenix family for over 30 years as an act of revenge is set to be put to he's gone. This is going to be Arizona's second execution of the year. Prince Andrew surrendered the title of Duke of York after years of scrutiny of his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. A Milwaukee Brewers fan who threatened to call ICE on a Latino Los Angeles Dodgers fan earlier this week has been banned from the stadium. And she lost her job. Dallas Cowboys star Trayvon Diggs suffered a concussion in a mysterious home accident. Not a mysterious home accident. This flyer who went viral after refusing to give up her seat to a crying child sues the airline. I know that's right. A drone attack hit the prosecutor's office in Mexico border city of Tijuana, a key hub for drug trafficking, authorities said Wednesday, without identifying the suspected assailants. Scientists may be coming closer to confirming the existence of dark matter. The father of Emmanuel Haro, the 7-month-old in California who has been missing since August, has pleaded guilty to the baby's unalivement. So sad. Chris Brown's mom wanted to fly around the stadium like him. That was too much for me, honey. She went up too high and too fast. That's something I wouldn't want to do no more. Alright, let's see what else we got. Blac Chyna said her and Rob Kardashian are healing and communicating. Brandy is back on stage tonight in Indianapolis, feeling much better after she abruptly left her Chicago show. Them people was not happy with Brandy. All that money. A Georgia mom claims she almost lost custody of her 5-year-old after urgent care falsely reported the girl tested positive for trichomonas, gonorrhea, and chlamydia. Now, how they accidentally do that? It said the test results were false. That's a lawsuit right there. Kim Kardashian's look for the Academy Museum Gala. I kind of like this look, Kim. It's like the I just got plastic surgery and I don't want to show my face look. Somebody said Netflix will help you finish the name of the movie you're typing and then tell you they don't have it. They do that. They'll be like, but this is like it. It's like, dude, why didn't you just tell me to have it off the cuff? A lot of this news is repetitive so far. If your partner suddenly became a billionaire, do you think they change on you? I don't think my husband would change. I mean, he would just be bougier than what he is. He'd just be buying stuff that makes no sense, but we'd have the money to do it, so I wouldn't complain about it. I was looking, it was a story about J-Lo's ex. He went off on her because J-Lo was saying that she never found love, and her ex, I forget the dude's name, but he pretty much was like J-Lo was cheating. That's why she never found love. He was like, she never found love. She was always cheating. He was not happy that she was speaking on her exes like that. He wrote a 4-page letter about it, but I can't find it, and it ain't that deep. Alright, let's get into my story times.
Says, I think the dog walking you, bro.
Everybody say that like I'm a joke.
Yes, it's walking you. You're not walking the dog. Be careful, boo. Hey, Wood, you just say clean up all these times, but
She said, everybody say that like I'm a joke. That poor dog.
Fucking Daryl's gonna kill me, dude. That's a fucking shark, dude.
It is?
Dude,
I didn't think it was a gay.
dude, that's a fin. That's a fucking shark. Daryl, No, that's a shark, dude.
Sure that's a shark?
100%.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a gator the way it was flopping around and all.
Dude.
Was it a big shark?
It wasn't small.
He's up in this cove, I think.
He is. I saw him go up in there.
Hope he don't flip the boat.
Oh, dude.
He's up in there, ain't he?
Dude, he's going. Hey, man, why is this shark all out here, dude? Oh, no.
He big, though, didn't he?
Hey, don't you fucking flop us. Oh, no, I think he's coming back.
He's right in. Oh, he's up in there, ain't he? Oh, I see him.
Oh, he's coming back, dude.
God damn.
No, get us out of here, dude. Oh, my God, it's coming at us, dude. Get us the fuck out. Oh, my God. Dude, oh, my God, it's coming at us. Please. Oh, my God, dude. There's a fucking... Oh, my God.
He is coming this way.
Dude, he's trying to eat us. Oh.
It's
Wait,
a dolphin.
what is... Is that a dolphin?
Yeah, it's a dolphin.
Oh, my God.
It's a dolphin.
Okay, I feel less threatened now.
Yeah. He's trying to work his way out. There must be some big fish up in here for him to be coming.
Oh, dude. Hey, man, he's coming.
He's right there.
Oh, dude.
Cool, man.
Dude.
I'm glad y'all knew that was a dolphin, because I see Finn, and the fact that, no.
You ended up with a broke baby daddy because quality time is your love language. You ended...
She's saying, but whoever picked this choir, amazing.
Oh, I am light-skinned black, but the world is trying to gaslight me into being Latino. Tell me why I'm about to end my day. Y'all can tell I'm a truck driver. I'm backed in on a dock. This yard dog come up to me and go, "Hey, what's up, amigo?" And in my head, I'm saying some shit like, not shit, bro, just chilling. I looked at this man and said, "Hey, nothing much. Why the fuck did I... Oh, I am light-skinned."
So, yeah, he's mixed. He's done several videos, but he do look Latino. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Like sugar on my tongue. Your body is so sweet. Invite me if you come.
Instead of sitting up straight to fix my posture, because this can just make things worse, I'm going to do this. Place my elbows at the side, thumbs out. I'm going to rotate my thumbs as far out as I can go while keeping my elbow touching my side. And you're going to notice your shoulders will even out and align, go as far as you can, and drop your arms. And then relax into this body position. Now instead of here, we're here. Practice that throughout your day and let me know how it feels.
I'd just rather sit up straight because that hurt even more to me.
All right, so I want to come to y'all because I got a phone call yesterday. And the phone call went a little something like this. "Hey, cuz, I need you. I need to come stay with you for a little bit, until I get on my feet, whatever. Now, let me remind you, this is my cousin. We were extremely close when we were young. He has been in prison for over 15 years for a violent related crime. Now, I don't think he would probably ever do anything to hurt us.
But my motherly intuition is telling me hell to the no. It's just my motherly intuition never lies to me. But it's just saying hell to the no. But this was my favorite cousin, my closest cousin. We were like this when we were young. Went to the same schools together. Did everything together. But it's like now...
Ma'am, you don't have to do all this. I got some cousins I'm really close to when we were kids, but no, I need you to get rehabilitated somewhere else. I mean, I'll take you around on some job interviews, hook you up with your resume, all that, but no, you can't come stay with me fresh off the joint. These lithium batteries just blowing up.
Hey everybody.
That's my girl, don't worry.
Hello everyone.
Let me see, I'm in the recipe.
Here's the recipe.
I'm in the recipe land. Let me get out of this, but I'm keeping my recipes. Y'all playing.
2023, I found out my husband of 27 years was cheating on me. I did the thing that was most logical. On TikTok, I made a video introducing myself to his girlfriend, mistress, Ho. It's been a tough few years to say the least. The divorce is almost final, and I thought I would come back on and give you guys an update. Say hi again, the woman who's lucky enough to have my handsome husband. Shout out to my husband's concubine. I'm Lori. Of course you know my name. I'm on all the legal documents piling up on your kitchen table. My husband, your boyfriend, loves to make piles of stuff all around the effing house. No big surprise, a gal of your age is constantly posting updates about your great life, so I know how much you and your boyfriend, my husband, travel. You must love getting to the airport 3.5 hours early with him screaming that you've packed too much in your luggage. Now that I'm not traveling with your man, I bring an empty suitcase. All the shopping I do when I go out of town. But he's not letting you do that, honey. Speaking of traveling, my Uber rating's a 5.0. Your boyfriend, aka father of my children, has a low Uber rating because he doesn't shut the fuck up in the Uber, yapping to the driver the whole time. I found it annoying, but I'm sure you find it hot. I got a 5.0 rating. What's yours? So textbook that my soon-to-be ex-husband is with a much younger woman. Very original. Since your lover tends to run cold all the time. I'm not embarrassed to say I'm a woman in menopause. Always very hot. But sweetie, you'll be in menopause one day. And your man likes to keep the thermostat at 70. Now that he's not residing in the marital home, I keep it at 65. Cool, crisp, just the way I like it. Your significant other, man that got me pregnant twice, doesn't like cool air blowing on it. Lucky for me, matches on Hinge are Eskimos. Date whoever I want now. I could date a snowman if I want to now. Here's a fun fact, little girl. I can see that you're looking at all my TikToks every day, so you know I love Bravo and reality TV. Lucky for you, your roommate and the man that has 2 children he's barely spoken to, because of you, also loves reality TV, but now that I don't have him shacking up with me, I can watch an entire episode. I have to stop to explain the storyline of Love Hotel to him. Cute how he doesn't understand the plot. The most simple reality TV show ever on. Cute. His lover boy come home after drinking too many dark tequilas and eat every cookie in the house. Always felt a little insecure that he would always pick having a cookie over me. Now I realize cookies and you over me. Is he picking cookies over you now? That's a lot of cookie crumbs. And lastly, girlfriend, because he's the sperm donor in my life, paying for my trip to London this summer, wanted to see how that cough is that he has after everything he eats. Says it's because it went down the wrong way. I still say he needs a swallow test, but when there are days when I cry, and there are many still, I don't wipe my tears with a tissue. Wipe them with all of his dress shirts that I keep just to wipe my tears and other parts of my body. In the comments, what do you miss most about your cheating partner? Me? The way he would fall asleep holding the remote, snoring like a drowning seal that was being beat up, and look me straight in the eyes and say, I'm still watching TV, I'm not snoring. Send him my...
As funny as this is, I would, once I'm done with you, there is no remnants in my house of you. It's really move on time.
If you can finish the following phrases, then we can be homies, okay? Let's start off easy. I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
J.G. Wintler. I don't know.
Okay, there you go. Easy. Let's see if you know this one. 588-2300.
1-800.
Empire.
Okay, good job. Here we go. $5. That's right, you go. Here's another easy one. Nationwide is... Right. You better know this one. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Hey, okay. Let's see if you know this one. We are farmers. That's right. Let's see if you know this one. The best part of waking up. This one's for bonus points. Red Robin.
Yum.
Okay, my bad.
Red Robin need to bring that back.
So I just heard something on my window. Didn't know what it was. So I come out here and find my husband like this.
Please get me out of here. I can't feel that. I've been here for my ass is in the ground. I'm hitting the ground, ass to ground right now. I can't get out. I tried jumping. I can't get out. I really can't. I was trying to jump, and it just made it worse. I can't.
So we got this. What we got so far.
Oh God. Yeah. Push. Wait. What are you doing? Hang on. All right, that chair's done.
You okay?
Oh, my feet are tingling.
Man has no core, upper body, lower body strength whatsoever.
I used to do house calls in the hills of the Appalachian Mountains. Many of my patients did not have running water or electricity. Many of them lived off the grid. I did not have cell phone service, and I did not have GPS in a lot of the places where I went. So I would have to navigate with a map and the compass on my car. The company I worked for no longer exists, but how we would get in contact with these people is by sending them a mailer with a time slot, and they would respond by sending the mailer back in the mail. I experienced a lot of interesting things. I did change the details of the stories for confidentiality, but one of the experiences is as follows. The area where I was working did not have a whole lot of apartment complexes, but they did have like clusters of like condos near each other, and there'd be like 4 or 5 people living in a community, and then there'd just be like nothing around. So it was almost like little neighborhoods in little clusters of the Appalachian Mountains. And for this particular visit, I was seeing a patient in this area that I have never been before, but there were like a whole little community of condos, which was actually very nice. It was a pretty nice area. The mountains were absolutely beautiful. I get to the patient's house, condo, I knock on the door, they come to let me in, and I notice immediately, there are like flies flying out of the home. Like, I mean 10, maybe 15 flies when they open the door, the screen door, there's flies flying out. And of course, like, my job is to remain professional. I want the patient to feel comfortable. I don't want to make them think that I'm judging them, because I'm not. So I make no facial expression. I'm like, thank you so much for having me. I'm so-and-so. Where would you like me to be? They lead me into the main room, and there's no furniture. It's just like comforters kind of thrown on the floor. There's garbage on the floor. There's old newspapers on the floor. The floor is a little bit damp. And the patient motions for me to sit down. And again, I am here to meet them wherever they are. If they need me to sit on the floor and do the visit, that's where I'm going to be, and that's fine. So I have a seat on the floor. It is, in fact, damp. And I start asking the patient questions, and seemed like a pretty normal person, except they responded to everything in like what's the word for it? Multiples? Like, I'd say, what medications are you taking? And they would say, we take. And I'd say, who do you live with? We live alone. Okay, I meet a lot of quirky people. Wasn't particularly strange to me at first. They did get a little bit aggravated when I had said at the beginning, you know, what do you mean we? Like, does someone else live here with you? And they said, we live here. And I was like, okay, thank you for clarifying. I apologize.
Now the fly situation, as I had mentioned, a bunch of flies came out of the home when the screen door was opened, and there were flies flying all around the room. And I don't mean a couple of flies. I mean there were flies everywhere. You moved your hand, like you could touch the flies, and they were flying around my face and my head. Now, mind you, I usually have my hair and makeup done. I have some scented things on me. It's not like I'm surprised that these flies are flying around my head, but I am surprised about the fact that the flies are flying towards my eyes. The flies are trying to get into my eyeballs. And that was a little alarming to me because I have a laptop in one hand, right? And then I'm trying to keep the flies off of my face with another. I'm trying to remain professional. I'm trying to not be bothered. And then a fly nails me in the eye, okay? And of course, instinct, I close my eye on it. So the fly is stuck up in my eye, under my eyelid, and it hurts. So I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. I hear the buzzing. I've got a tissue in my pocket. I take it out. I'm like trying to pull my eye open. Had to go pick up my mini-me. So I've got a fly in my eye. I'm trying to get it out with the tissue. I have no mirror. I'm sitting on the floor, basically on this wet floor, surrounded by garbage. I don't want the patient to feel like I'm judging them or I'm making them uncomfortable. So I remove the fly to the best of my ability. I complete the visit. I go to leave and I cancel my last visit of the day because I am like, this is disgusting. I feel like I have flies in my hair. I've got a fly stuck in my eyeball. It hurts like heck. I go home, right? I make an appointment for the next morning to go see my eye doctor, which is in town. So I wake up the next morning, I'm getting ready to go to the eye doctor, and I'm walking down to my basement door that goes out into our pasture, and there's just flies covering the screen. And I'm like, what the hell is this? So I open the door and let them out, and I'm like, great, like there must be garbage or something. I'm looking around, there's no garbage bag left anywhere. I don't live in a filthy house. My house is pretty clean, right? But like, fluke. I live in the country. I get to the eye doctor. The eye doctor says, yeah, you definitely scratched up your eye pretty good. You've got a little ulcer in there. Pulls a wing in like one of the fly's legs out from under my eyelid. Oh, it hurt. But like, I've got fly remains stuck in my eyeballs. Like, I am just like, I cannot believe this. My eye hurts so bad. He gives me antibiotic drops, gives me steroid drops. And then I have the day off, right? I took the day off. So I'm like, you know what sounds good? Let's go to Taco Bell, get a Baja Blast and some tacos. You know, you can't go wrong with that. And I'm in the Taco Bell drive-thru. And I order my Baja Blast, and because I'm not driving, I'm just sitting in the drive-thru. You know, my windows are open, it's a warm day, no air circulation. So I'm like, let me just go ahead, turn on my AC. Hit the AC, and guess what? Flies. 20, 30, maybe 40 flies into my car. It was then I realized, no, that's not a coincidence. What the hell is going on? I get home, I open the door, flies. What the hell? You've got to be kidding me. And then I'm sitting there thinking about the visit and how this person specifically said, we live here. We take these medicines. We need this. We have pain. And I'm like, oh, what did I bring home with me? That realization was very uncomfortable, okay? Now, if you know me, before I made this video, before you started watching me, you know that I worked at a convent at one point in my life, and I would periodically work PRN at this convent, and I was very close with several of the priests and the nuns at the time. So I decided to seek advice from one of the priests, because over the last day or so, there were just flies everywhere. My house was overwhelmed with flies. I had flies in my car. I could not explain it, and I even sprayed. And the priest had basically said, you need to tell it to leave. And that you have power over these things, the word of God, you need to tell it to leave. I'm like, you need to tell it to leave. You come over and tell it to leave. Like, put on your priest outfit, come on over. I don't want to tell it to leave. Like, this is stressful to me, right? I don't want nothing to do with this. When you mess with the paranormal and you talk about the paranormal messes with you. I'm trying to ignore it. You guys have watched my other videos. Ignoring it, that's what I do. It's too late. I think something followed me home. So I'm home, and I'm home alone. And I walked in, and I said, as for me and my home, we serve the Lord, and you need to leave. I think this is effective after I tell it to go away, till I'm laying in bed that night. I'm sitting up there alone. My husband isn't in bed yet, and I see something laying on the ceiling, like a darker area at the corner of my bedroom. And it looks like a man, and it has one leg, and it's dragging itself across my ceiling, dragging its torso, and it turns its head around, and I can see its black hair fall over its face, and I'm sitting there absolutely paralyzed. Like, what in God's name is this? It dragged itself across the ceiling, dragged its torso across my ceiling with its 1.5 leg, dragged itself around the corner, looked at me the whole time, dragged itself into a large closet in the room, and I never saw it again. And I woke up the next morning, all the flies were dead. And I swept them up, and I threw them outside, and I blessed my house. And I thought to myself, was it his leg that was stuck in my eyeball? Where is your other leg? And who is we? Sometimes I think we need to remember that when you acknowledge the paranormal acknowledges us. The best route, in my opinion, is always to ignore it if you can. But then you get to a point where you can't ignore it. And at that point, I guess you pray to whatever God you believe in.
Child, we reviewed this video. All right, y'all. Inspirations on the way. Happy Monday. I pray y'all have a blessed week. I pray that y'all don't come across none of the weirdness from nothing. And yeah, let's get in this inspiration. Y'all stay blessed.
And watching online, when it gets hard, you run. When somebody holds you accountable, you run. When somebody corrects you, you run. When you don't want to deal with adversity, you run. When you don't want to have the hard, uncomfortable conversations, you run. You even do it in your marriage. Walk out the house and run. I don't want to sit down and talk about what irritated her or irritated him. I run. For all of my runners, people who are forever running from, but never running to. Let me talk to you for a minute. I'm talking about those, you run everything. Always running your mouth and keep on running on fumes, and you keep on with women running game, and you're always running late, and every red light, you run it. You're probably sniffing right now, have a runny nose. All of the runners in the room. She's a runner, she's a track star. You gotta be relevant, y'all, you have to. All of the runners in the room. If David would have ran from Goliath versus running to Goliath, he never would have made his public announcement, a new king is coming. I wonder what promotion you're running from.
If you're trading with your own money and hoping for the best, you're missing the most important piece. Look, you've got some wins under your...
What promotion are you running from? Spiritual intelligence doesn't happen in comfort zones. Your breakthrough is not going to happen in comfort zones. God is saying, I want to do a new thing. I've been ready to do a new thing. I want to take you to realm in 2023. But will you allow me to stretch you? And don't run from it. I'm not unfamiliar to stretching. I stretched out the heavens like a curtain. Stretching is not unfamiliar to me. I stretched out my hands and told the winds and waves to be quiet, and they obeyed. Stretching is not unfamiliar to me. I told the man who had leprosy, stretch out your hand, and I healed it. Stretching is not unfamiliar to me. To the prodigal son, I had my arms stretched open as I was running to him. Stretching is not unfamiliar to me. In fact, I stretched out my arms on a rugged cross so that I could be your redeemer. Stretching is not foreign to me. Can I stretch you, or will you run? Stay right there. Let's all say this confession together. And online, would you put this in the room in all caps? Can I get us to say, Father, give me the tenacity, the boldness, and strength to endure. You don't make quitters. Father, give me the tenacity. Let me get y'all flex. Say tenacity. The boldness and the strength to endure, because you don't make quitters. You don't make quitters. Your Heavenly Father saw it through. He went all the way. Even the moment when he was like, if it be possible, take this cup away from me. But he's modeling to us, if I have to go all the way and sacrifice my will for yours, so be it. Going all the way. This sermon series that we are currently in, I firmly believe will be one of the most vital and essential spiritual deposits that you give yourself for the 2023 calendar year. This series has been constructed by the Holy Spirit to get us to be fruitful, to get us to see results. Because I don't care how saved you proclaim to be. I don't care if you grew up in children's church, you went to vacation Bible school at 6 months old, you and Jesus had lunch and breakfast yesterday. I don't care if you had a praying grandmother. Frustration, hear me, frustration is imminent when you keep getting no results. Do I have any honest people in the house? Anybody real enough? Frustration. It's this, I'm concerned as a pastor because I've seen pioneers, people I've looked up to, leave the faith. And I got stronger in my faith listening to you. I've seen great leaders turn away and say, I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in all of that. This is how we have atheists and agnostics. That Jesus stuff doesn't work because frustration is imminent when I keep on getting no results. It's one thing for you to quote, I'll be blessed in the city and blessed in the field. It's one thing for you to quote that you will come out without smelling like smoke. Oh, but it's another thing when your friends leave you, family disowns you, day one stab you in the back, and right there in the fiery furnace, you actually discover him as the fourth man in the fire with you. I used to quote it, but now I know it. Am I preaching? I used to quote it, but now I know it. I know what it's like to be in the fire and then come out without smelling like smoke. I'm not just saying that because that's some old school biblical colloquialism. I'm saying it because I experienced it. See, this is the problem. Everybody wants your shine, Warren, but nobody wants to go through the fire that you had to go through to get it. That part. Like, this is the place, the fiery furnace, that's where my worship got hot. The fiery furnace, that's where my preach got hot. I grew from that. I don't want to just quote it. I want to experience it. And I was trying to get us to understand last week, okay? All right now. While you're listening to all of this, all of these Facebook lives and YouTube lies, somebody caught that. Everybody got a word while you're super motivated, talking about my winning season, while you're doing all that. Your year gonna look exactly like 2022 did if you don't take awareness of your routines. And so I tried to show us the problem or the power is in the routine. A changed life happens by the power of the Holy Spirit and by changing something that we do every day and repeating again on tomorrow. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. We're either growing from what we do every day repeatedly or we're stuck because of what we're doing every day repeatedly. I tried to get us to look at Jesus' life and see, okay, all right, Jesus himself had a routine. And what God wanted me to tell us this afternoon is some of us, your problem is you don't have any endurance with your routine. Don't stick with it. You work out 2 weeks talking about, man, where's that? Where's that? I'm out here sweating, where's that? There's no endurance with your routine. And the Bible has a lot to say about this. I want to give you some scriptures. James chapter 1, verse 12. It says, God blesses those who patiently endure. I could just stop right there. God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, everybody say afterward. Shout it one more time, afterward. Okay, not before, but afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, be immovable. Somebody shout, planted. Always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. I'm not talking about the labor that you do. I'm talking about the labor that you do for the King. I need you to know it's not in vain. Endurance. And this is the culmination. It all comes home. Romans chapter 5, verse 3. It says, we can rejoice too. When do we rejoice? When we run into problems. Y'all didn't even know that was in the Bible, huh? When do you rejoice? When you run into problems. When we run into problems and trials, like my sister said, because we know that they help us develop, what's that word? Oh, this is problematic. I wonder who's been praying for God to take away your problems. I wonder who's been saying, God, stop this. God, take it away. And the text is showing us we rejoice when we go through problems, because we know it makes us get some faith muscle. Makes us get buff in the spirit. Tanisha, you hear the 3 claps? It makes us grow. We don't like that part. For we know that they help us develop endurance. And endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. Somebody shout endurance. Endurance. Certain translations say perseverance. All perseverance is the hard work you do after the hard work you've already done. Y'all hear me? That's all perseverance is. It's the hard work you do after the hard work you've already done. Perseverance is to have faith continuously after you already have faith over that. Endure. 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 I'm trying to help somebody. This afternoon, I'm trying. A lot of us don't even recognize God is using the very thing that you're labeling as hard. See? What makes you think just because it's hard, God isn't using it? God, get me out this situation. No, I'm trying to get something out of you. Just because it's hard doesn't mean that God isn't using it. Can I put my foot on the gas a little more? The side effect of being sold out is hardship. This is why a lot of people are lukewarm. Because the side effect of being sold out is hardship. So you hear all this, you're like, okay, all right, I need to get planted. I understand that. I need endurance, but how? I'm glad you asked. I hate sermons that tell you what you need, but don't tell you how to get it. Let's put this chart on the screen. I want us to see how endurance works, okay? I made a chart for you that I want to give you. You can take your pictures. It'll be back on YouTube after the service. So this particular chart, I want to show us how it works, okay? First, if you want to start your endurance training, it starts in seed form of you being planted. That's how it starts. How do I get my faith some muscle? I have to be planted. Have to be planted in church. Say that again. I have to be planted in church. I'm going to come to discipleship. And then I'm going to come to service on Sunday. I have to be planted because you just said, I want to know how to get endurance. First thing, it happens in seed form. You have to get planted. Now watch this. This is how the devil lies to us right there. Because being buried and being planted look just alike. Just alike. Okay? But this is where it starts. You first start with being planted. Shout planted. After you're planted, the next thing, you have to have some roots. This is discipleship. This is community. This is going to help us stop watching the porn. This is going to help us stop using marijuana to get high when you serve the Most High. This is what's going to stop us. Y'all don't want to talk to me. This is what's going to stop us from cursing people out. This is what's going to help us have self-government. We're going to get rooted, and guess what? After you're rooted, then you got to get tested.
Most Christian men think ministry and business don't mix. But what if your business could be your ministry?
Tested. Because you really don't know how strong you are until you go through the wind of a hurricane. You really don't know how deep your roots are. But remember, Paul told us we don't trip when we go through storms. We rejoice. Because I need it for me to grow. And then after you endure that adversity, then you have fruit. Problem is, we want fruit, but we don't want to be planted. We want fruit, but we don't want to get some roots. We want fruit, but we don't want to be tested. Let me put it in more of a way where we can memorize it. I have to first be planted, so then I could have the roots of stability that bring forth me enduring the wind of adversity so that I could experience the fruit of my resiliency. One more time. I need to drop an album. I need to. I'm planted because I need the roots of stability, which calls for me to have endurance for the winds of adversity so that I could experience the fruit for my resiliency. Want endurance training? This is how it starts. Getting planted, getting rooted. Then after getting rooted, you got to get tested. I'm telling you now, everybody who says they're going to fast, you're going to get tested this week. They never bring donuts to the office. Watch them. Watch them. Watch them. You going to smell every restaurant on 19. Watch it. It ain't that bad. There's nothing wrong with that. They gonna bring tamales. They gonna bring tacos on Taco 2. They don't never bring taco. Watch. You will be tested. So Jesus says something that's problematic. I'm gonna give you 5 points and we're done. In Luke chapter 22, verse 31, he's having this conversation with Simon. And he tells him, Simon, Simon, indeed Satan has asked for you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I prayed for you that your faith should not fail. I prayed that you'll endure. I prayed that you'll stay put, so that when you have returned to me, you can strengthen your brothers. The reason this is so problematic for me is because if I was Simon, and Jesus says, Satan has asked for you to sift you, I'm like, what'd you tell him, bro? Anybody? You said no, right? You know, I've been walking with you, you know. I'm your boy, you know. He says, no. I prayed for you. I'm like, that's great, Lord. I know that prayer worketh. I understand. But I need you to stop this bad boy. He says, no, I prayed for you so that your faith would not fail. Because Jesus is so brilliant. Put the chart back on the screen, Carl. Jesus is so brilliant because he knows the word sift means to shake and to rattle. Okay? So he knows, all right, you've been rooted. Now it's time for you to get tested. Now, anytime harvesters sift wheat, they shake it. They rattle it. Why? Because I want the chaff to fall off. They would even throw the wheat up in the air so that the wind, this is so good, y'all. I love when the Bible connects. So that the wind would blow away the chaff. There's certain things on this wheat we don't want there. So we sift it. So Jesus is really saying, I'm so cold, I'm going to have the devil do my work. I want your petty to leave. So it's going to leave through that sifting. I want the arrogance to leave. It's going to leave through that sifting. Why would I stop what's going to help you have character? I'm going to pray for you because this is going to be the place where you get character. This is going to be the place where you grow. Why would I stop it, Simon? Why would I stop it? It is the hardships that positions us. It is the hardship that positions us to grow.